Hey, it's your girl Autumn Rain, and this is Beyond the Record. Welcome back to Beyond the Record for your weekly update in all things music and culture. It's your girl Autumn Rain. So we were out last week, but we are back, and I had to start this episode off talking about the late D'Angelo. So actually, when I found out about his passing, I was at the gym, and I literally almost fell off my treadmill when I saw his name on the news report. I was like, it has to be crazy because the way it was formatted for some reason, it cut off like the D in the Angelo. But obviously there's a photo of him and it said at 51. I'm like looking up, I'm like, oh my God, there's just no way, there's no way, there's no way. Literally paused it so that I paused my run so that I could see what was going on. And that's when I found out this terrible news. So my prayers are with his family. It's just been a tremendous loss this year for them. So just to get back, so D'Angelo, he died at 51 and it was from pancreatic cancer. So it just makes it even more of a sad situation because Angie Stone, who they share a child with, Michael, also died in March. So I know he's just like really, really, really have him in my prayers for sure. I had the pleasure of talking to Angie Stone a couple years back, and it's just so crazy how these two great pioneers in neo soul were lost this year, and we just took a big hit. And I just think that having D'Angelo pass has kind of just seen in the music world as someone who was truly, truly loved by everyone, appreciated by everyone, and his talent just superseded any expectations. Like to only have 3 albums, but have this much impact on the genre, and just to have literally every single person just giving him flowers. And I just really hope, as I've been seeing all these tributes to him, just really hope that he knew how much loved and appreciated he was before he left here. So I also wanted to turn this tribute also into singers I think that should be elected to do a tribute for him. I might just do a separate YouTube video on here, but since y'all are here and you came back this week, I'm just gonna let you guys have a little test into what I believe could be a really cool hot topic and uh, situation in which you guys could just comment and just tell me your guys' thoughts and ideas on this. So I believe that Leon Thomas, because How Does It Feel, which I know is his most popular track, but just something about that track, it's just, oh God, it just gives fall. It just gives love. There's so many emotions I have with that track. And I think Leon Thomas would be so amazing singing that song. I also want to elect Luke James, okay? And yes, I did just finish The Shy this week, so he's been heavy on my mind. Still, but that man can sing. I've seen him in Broadway before. He's just an amazing talent. He does not get enough credit. I would love, love, love to chat with him because he is immensely talented. So I need Luke James up there. And for my last choice, I'm going to do, not last choice, but for my third choice, I'm going to do Avery Wilson. Every time I hear Avery Wilson sing, I get tingles. Like, literally tingles in my spine. So I'm gonna need him up on that stage. So those are my three. Those were my top three I want to see up there. Obviously, there's a million people, not a million, but there's so many other talented R&B artists, soul artists that can also be able to make an amazing tribute for D'Angelo. But those were the top three for myself. And just obviously You can even have Usher up there as well. It's like, but there's so many different men. I was thinking there's also women as well that can also help with the tribute. So just like they had Usher and they did a tribute for him, it was all women. So definitely women can be integrated into this as well, since there's so many amazing voices in the neo soul genre that are women. So obviously Lauren Hill. So like there's so many different people. So I definitely want to do a video on this because I think that this would be an amazing tribute. I'm thinking the BET Awards. Okay. I'm thinking the BET Awards. They have to do something for him this year. And I hope that they're cooking up and looking at these ideas because those are just my top picks. But when I tell you, I have so many more, and this will be in a video soon. So be prepared, and I'll tell you guys here first. Okay? All right. So now I'm moving on from neo soul to rap because we had a huge update. Drake and UMG lawsuit because the federal court dismissed Drake's case against UMG. They ruled that Kendrick Lamar's lyrics for Not Like Us were in the context of just, like a rap battle. And it was not like reasonable for any listener to believe what he was saying was true. Because as you know, that Kendrick called him a pedophile, so it was interpreted as nothing that someone should be taking in consideration as actual truth. So I think this works in two ways. Because yes, Drake lost, but this is very huge for rap in itself because it just means that lyrics are not going to be having legal implications. Probably not like in general for at least in this case, right? Because it's not like a murder or something like that, but or any type of crime in that sense. But it won't hold to court when it's talking about libel. So I do see how that is a way to get around some things. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. Drake already said that he's going to appeal this decision, but I'm curious to see there's a bigger picture in all of this, as in what will and what won't be taken into consideration when it comes to legal matters regarding rap lyrics. I just want to see like what they would consider something that would be something that a rapper mentioned in a song and then it's used later in court, but they actually were. There has to be much more evidence than just the lyrics itself. So I'm just really curious about this. I love talking about legal things as well. So like, I'm not a lawyer though, but I do like the whole situation, how this has turned into more than just rap. Like this is huge. This is huge. It was huge when they were fighting, but it's even bigger now, like with this whole court update. So I want to know you guys' thoughts. Just let me know. So next up, we finally got some news from Summer Walker. We're getting her album on November 14th. Finally Over It is going to complete the trilogy. So Over It, Still Over It, and now it's finally Over It. So I'm so excited that we got a release date, November 14th. Mark that in your calendars, y'all. Mark that in your calendars because I cannot wait. I've been waiting forever for this album. Her music is just screams fall, the autumn time, so I cannot wait to hear what this album is going to sound like. Because she already released Heart of a Woman at the end of last year, and then this year she released Spend It. So we kind of know what it's going to sound like, but there's still some stuff I feel like Summer has up her sleeve. So I just can't wait until we have a track listing and then obviously being able to press play on November 14th. So I cannot wait for that. While Summer Walker is going to be releasing an album, Nicki Minaj is trying to pull back and cancel her album. Her album is supposed to be out on my birthday next year, March 27th, and she's pulling back and seemingly canceling the album. But even though she did threaten to cancel the album on X, she did do this really weird a Jay-Z AI thing, and they had his face, but it was a woman's body, and then he's putting up 327. It's just really, 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 really weird. And if Nicki knows better, she knows she should know not to play with the Carters. And she had a song with Beyonce like long time ago, but still, I'm just like, girl, why are you doing all this? This is like very, very weird behavior. I told you before when she was beefing with Cardi on X, y'all need to just get in the booth. Get in the MF booth. There's no reason to be chatting like this, okay? So I'm curious if there's going to be any legal implications on the AI videos. I saw it and it's very weird. It's very, very creepy. And yeah, obviously Beyonce's not going to stoop to her level in trying to say anything back to her, but I just think the video was weird. I think that it was trying to make Jay-Z look odd. Why she picked Jay-Z, right? Like it's very weird behavior. So we'll see if this album comes out or not. Right now, even though she threatened to cancel it with that Jay-Z video, it seems like she's not going to have the album. But I think this is all just to get everyone talking. So at least that works. So Bia released her album Bianca last week, and she decided not to put a Cardi disc on it. And you know what? I'm with her on that because this is her debut album. She doesn't want to be associated with any beef for her album. And I get that. You work hard on a project. You don't want other naysayers just looking to see when or if you're going to respond. Personally, I think it would have been fine either way. Just make sure that track is fire. That's what I would say. But as you know, Cardi went off on her on Pretty and Petty, and that is something that she wanted to release the album, the music video for, and she decided not to because it was beyond Bia's release date for her debut album. So I was like, that's funny to allude to that or whatever, because Cardi's funny. But I kind of understand why Bia didn't want to put a Cardi disc on there, but hopefully she does clap back though, because there needs to be something said. Like to have her go off on you basically on the whole song and say nothing, it's crazy. Because JT got in the booth. That's what I appreciate. Like JT got in the booth. So we just need Nicki needs to get in the booth too. So my thing is this. If you have someone call you out like that, just get in the booth. But hopefully Bia will maybe do a deluxe of her album and then put the Cardi disc on it or just have it separately. But we'll see. We'll see. So next up, we have the biggest night in music, the Grammys next year, right? So I'm definitely going to do a YouTube video on some of the Grammy choices, like who I believe should be nominated. But the official Grammy nominations will be on November 7th. And of course, you guys can come right here to let you know all of my opinions on if there was any snubs and etc. So I will definitely have that video out in the works as well. I'm super excited about this year's Grammys just because both rap and R&B have been killing it this year, killing it. And I'm just so happy to be a part of this movement. I'm just so excited. So I'm so excited for this. There's so many Grammy considerations I see around. And I think a lot of people are deserving of those. So I definitely want to give them their flowers and shout them out, even if they don't get officially nominated for a Grammy. So I'll let y'all know my Grammy picks probably a week before out. I'll start planning that video out too. And I will let you guys know all of my decisions on here first. So be sure to tune in every single week. So we got some new music coming up. Okay. We got some new music coming up. Wale. Y'all know how I feel about Wale, okay? Wale is going to give us Everything Is a Lot. It's going to have 15 tracks. And you know what? It's going to be released on November 14th, okay? November 14th, and that's the same day as Summer Walker's Finally Over It. So I'm going to have headphones on all day. That is going to be such a great Friday treat. But we got some good stuff this Friday, too. And we're going to get back to that at the end of this show today because we got a lot going on. So had to shout out Wale. Jordan Ward also shared that he is going to be releasing a new album called Backward. I love that. I love a play on words. I love alliteration, and this is that. So Backward is going to be out on January 30th. This is one of the first albums I'm hearing about that's going to be in for the new year. So I'm excited to hear. Jordan Ward is very, very talented. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Next up too, Kehlani teased a new song called Out the Window. There's no release date at this time, but once I get a release date, I will let you guys know about that as well. Obviously, everyone is still not overfolded. It is masterful. I believe this is going to give her her first Grammy win. She is in the studio cooking up another album. So, Kehlani can work. I'm telling you, Kehlani fans have been eating. I'm a fan. We've been eating. So, I am so happy to hear about this new album because she gave us two. She gave us two. So, I'm just like, girl, keep working, keep working. Like, I'm just excited to see what this album comes of. I love to see all the BTS she's been sharing about it. So, Out the Window will be out sometime soon, hopefully. And I'll let you guys know the release date as soon as I find out. So then we're gonna move on to New Music Friday and Thursday, honestly, too, because we got Miguel kicking it off with Chaos. It's out today. We have a couple albums I'm extremely excited for. So we got Leon Thomas, folks. That's out on Friday. Halle Bailey is making her solo debut with Love or Something Like It. You know, she's been through a lot of stuff in her former relationship with the father of her child. So let's see what that's going to be all about. Daniel Caesar has Son of Spurgy. Roddy Ricch, the Navy album. Matei, he is coming out with Cancel Me Later. If you guys are not familiar with Matei, I had him on my podcast earlier this year, so be sure to listen to that episode, okay? Because he was such a great person to talk to, and he had so many gems about him growing up and how his siblings are also into music and all the things that he's going to be releasing soon. So I'm super excited for him to announce that album because he did tease it when I spoke to him. So I'm super excited to listen to this. And then we have Girlfriend, someone else who I've had on my podcast. Love her down. She's going to be releasing she's going to be so we have Girlfriend. She's also going to be releasing a new single called Sticky Situation. If you haven't heard this song yet, she's been teasing it for a couple weeks now. Finally got the release date. Y'all can listen to it on Friday. Cannot wait for this. And then we got Megan Thee Stallion. She's going to be releasing Lover Girl. And if you don't know anything about her personal life, she's been dating NBA champion, 4-time, might I add, NBA champion Klay Thompson. He plays on the Dallas Mavericks. And I'm pretty sure that this era for her is all about being in love. She seems so happy with him. So I can't wait to hear what this sounds like because I cannot wait to have you guys listen to next week's episode. As always, if you have any suggestions, be sure to hit me up on Instagram. The DM is Beyond the Record Podcast or my personal Instagram, whatever, if you have me on there. But any suggestions, go into the comment section, whatever you might have. And yes. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you next week.